10 classics that understand loneliness better than most people do. Now, bear in mind, everyone, most without specific clarification just means 51% or more, or over 50% of people. So, a lot of you could still fit this. Many shades of loneliness, emotional, social, and existential, with poignant insight and haunting beauty. Each story captures isolation through unforgettable characters, offering readers a profound connection to the quiet ache of being alone. The quiet ache of loneliness. Well, we're getting spoiled already with seeing Ethan Frome and The Metamorphosis up top, and Jude the Obscure. But if you can guess the other 7, I'll be curious. Now is the chance to drop those. What's it going to be? The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Classics are more up my alley. I've not read one, but it's supposedly good, as classics are. Esther Greenwood's Descent into Depression. So my thing, because this is probably going to be more commonly read books, if you're watching this and you have read any of these, let me know if you genuinely think, geez, they speak to loneliness better, or that they understand loneliness well, is probably the best way, because I don't know. I've never read The Bell Jar. Oh, that's not the cover I'm used to. That's a fanciful cover. Where's the actual classic cover? Come on. That one. That be the one. That's what I'm used to. What's next? What's next? The Catcher in the Rye. I've read that one. That's an interesting one to say. Loneliness. It's been a long time, though. I probably read that 14 years ago. I guess I didn't read it through that lens, but I couldn't tell you what the emotional lens was. It felt like just a dry slice of life book at the time when I read it. That would be a good reread. Yeah, the cynicism and just general disdain attitude. And I think he has a scene with, like, I remember a scene with a lady of the night, to be age appropriate, where it's just like dialogue, and it kind of, that feels sad reading that. But Of Mice and Men. Yeah, I was going to say loneliness doesn't feel like the right word. It just, the book is like, I think that's like the go-to book. I've told my wife this, like, if you want to try to get a dude to cry, having them read Of Mice and Men, like get them to cry from reading, that might be one of the closest books that can do it. And it's so short, but it's like one of the saddest guy stories. Anyone can have emotion reading it. But I think for guys, it's just so sad, like the brotherly love piece. And yes, I view it more as this brotherly love and camaraderie despite the hatred of the world around you. And that's where the depressive feeling comes in. But I can understand the loneliness piece, like it says here, isn't just circumstantial, it's systemic, woven into the fabric of survival and loss. Yeah, I mean, culturally, the book is very much, I don't argue with that. Crazy. Rough read. The Metamorphosis. Oh, geez, I'm skipping ahead. So that one, to me, when I read it, felt more like a light body horror depiction of commercialism and capitalism in this destructive American dream, which the book is not about the American dream. It's not why that was written, but like just the psychological toll of prolonged and inescapable loneliness. Again, I didn't get a sense of loneliness so much as like just a sad way of living, but isolation was in there. So I guess to me that felt like more of a sub theme of like, if you follow this lifestyle, this non-rewarding thing that just fulfills the system, you will find yourself empty. So not a criticism of the article. booking on loneliness, but yeah. Mrs. Dalloway. What is this book? I've never read this. Clarissa Dalloway prepares for a party while drifting through London in her own consciousness. Reflecting on time, loss, and connection, parallel to her journey is that of Septimus Warren Smith. What a name. A war veteran unraveling mentally, Woolf's narrative reveals solitude not just in trauma, but also within societal rituals and expectations. Mrs. Dalloway captures how one can be deeply surrounded by people, yet still be swallowed by profound and private loneliness. Yeah, loneliness is not connected with time with people necessarily. So I haven't read it, so I don't have comments, but yeah. The Stranger by Albert Camus. I've read a couple pages of this. My whole family seemed to be starting to read this over Christmas this last year, and I haven't read it yet, but I'd like to. I'm kind of going to skip this a little bit because I really want to read this soon. So I'm not going to dive too much into it. Ethan Frome. Oh, dude, that book was freaking sad. Ethan Frome. I would not say that was like a fun book. It's just, I guess I don't use the word lonely that often when I think about reading a book. I just think sad. I think it's sad because I feel like the loneliness was like just self-imposed. And again, I read this in high school, but trapped in a loveless marriage and denied the warmth of true affection. And again, the ending of it, not to spoil it, but like you just read it and you're like, how sad. I felt so bad for his wife in it. I don't know, again, I don't remember it perfectly, but I just remember not liking him at all and feeling really bad for his wife. And I don't know if that was the intended read. It's been a while, but sad is appropriate. Notes from Underground. I'm going to skip this one because I really want to read this by Dostoevsky. I think it's up there with The Stranger I want to read. So apparently now it's about loneliness. A Single Man by Christopher Isherwood. Ooh, not only have I not heard of the book, I've never heard of the author. Interesting. Is that Colin Firth? What a guy. Look at him doing adaptations. A Single Man. Oh my gosh. The amount, reading these articles, the amount of times poignant is used in a book description. I've only looked, this is a lot of poignant. The poignant. It explores themes of grief, loneliness, and identity through the eyes of George Falconer, a middle-aged professor coping with the death of his partner. His long-term partner, Jim. I'm assuming this is a romantic partner. Is it? Does not even bring that up here. Yeah. The weight of queer loneliness. So it's got to be romantic then. George and Jim. Interesting. All right. Another. Oh, there. It's a cool cover. Right on. Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy. I know of Thomas Hardy. Fantastic author. Dang it. I was trying to make a joke saying fantastic actor, and I said author. He's a good writer, though. They're different people, I'm aware. What a bomb on that joke. That's okay. It's his last completed novel, exploring themes of ambition, societal constraints, and personal tragedy through the life of Jude Fawley, a working-class man with dreams. Is Fawley supposed to be like folly? Like, oh, poor guy. Isolation builds not from one event, but from a lifetime of crushed hopes. There you go. So, yeah, that is, according to Times Now News, Girish Shukla wants us to know these are the books that understand loneliness better than most people do.